today I would like to present how our GerhanaSAT will be working for challenge 1 and challenge 2. So before further ado, let's start with challenge 1, which the telemetry commanding. So as we can see here, we have the graphical imagination of how our satellite will operate. Which the first one, we have the blue pin and connected with the transmitter, which will transmitting the data to the receiver. And next, it also have the sensor, which will sense for the temperature, humidity, and also the pressure. The pressure is for the barometric pressure. Next, the blue pin also will be connected with the servo, which it will raise the flag and also drop the payload. Alright. So for the receiving, method, it will receive from the transmitter. The data from the transmitter it will receive, and also it will connect it to the Arduino Uno. In a simple way, it will say it as a brain for the receiver. And it will connect it to the computer, which the computer will be the output, will be the data output that we will recognize after this. So what we can see for the output in the computer is like this. So we have the analysis software, which we will get the log data and also the telemetry data, all in digital numbers. So from the digital numbers that we get, we will translate it into a graph, which we have the humidity versus time graph, temperature versus time graph, and also the pressure versus time graph. So we have altitude, which we will get the BP plus start and the stop for the satellite, and also the distance is equals to time, which we can get from the equation. So the payload will have the parachute for itself, which it will from the drop payload, it will measure how much the time taken for the payload to drop until the ground. So moving to the next challenge, which is challenge 2, which is the autonomous vehicle. So we can see that in challenge 2, we will get the satellite will be in a black box, and it will search for the docking station. So we can see the image here, which can imagine that how our satellite will move. So we will have the docking station here, which will transmit light. So the main focus for our satellite here is to capture light and also moving toward the docking station and dock the satellite with the docking station. So first of all, what do we need the most is at least 2 motors to move the satellite. We need the conveyor belt. Why we need to have conveyor belt? It is because it is the suitable moving item that is very useful for any surface, such as sand or ground. It is so good for that surface. Other than tires. So, and also we have tires because the tires will be inside the conveyor belt to move the conveyor belt. So to detect the light, we will have a sensor, which we use a camera, a small camera. So we use the OV7670. What is the function of OV7670? The function is to have a low light operation, which we can have. It will receive, it will also sense the low light transmission of the docking station, and also it can have the image processing. So OV7670, it will have also the image of what they can see in the black box. So image processing here, it will use the OpenCV software. So we need to do some coding and also some programming for the OV7670. So the next point is we will have the next sensor, which is HCSR04, or also we will call it as ultrasonic sensor. Why we need to use the ultrasonic sensor? It is to emit waves and also to receive waves, which will detect the distance between our satellite and also the obstacle. It is because that we don't want our satellite to have a collision before it achieve the docking station. So, how the movement of our satellite will be? The movement for our satellite will be forward, backward, and also it will rotate 90 degrees, move to the left or the right. So it will move until the satellite reach the docking station. So here we can see that how our imagination of the satellite will be. So this is the tire, this is the ultrasonic sensor. Above the ultrasonic sensor, it will be the camera. So this is our satellite. So we can see that it will be on the leaf. Okay. Alright, so next. Oh, I'm sorry. Because of the rotation, it is not only 90 degrees. It is also for 45 degrees. So you can move slightly to the right and slightly to the left. So next, the process. How it will process the data. So first of all, the docking, I mean like the car, okay, we call it as a car. The car will move forwards toward the light. So if there is any obstacle within the movement, it will change the route. So let's say that we have an obstacle here. So it will, when our GerhanaSAT will move and detect there is an obstacle, so it will slightly move away and then start to move that way. Alright. So I think that's all for our challenge 1 and challenge 2 presentation today. So thank you.